Your cat licks your hand. Soft, slow, almost tender, the kind of touch that makes you stop scrolling your phone just to watch them do it. Then, without any warning, their teeth close around that same spot, not hard enough to break skin. Just enough to make you flinch and pull back, confused. Most owners laugh it off, call their cat moody, and move on with their day. But something real just happened in that half second, and almost nobody stops to ask what it actually meant. Here's the truth. Your cat didn't malfunction. They didn't get confused between affection and aggression. They finished a sentence, and you just didn't know they were speaking. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what that lick-then-bite combo means, why your cat's body does this on a kind of internal timer, and why the cats people call unpredictable biters are usually just the ones nobody bothered to listen to. 1. Grooming isn't given out for free. Here's something most cat owners never stop to ask. Why does your cat groom you at all? You're not covered in fur. You don't shed. There's nothing on your skin that needs cleaning. In a cat colony, grooming another animal costs something. It takes time. It takes energy, and cats don't spend either one carelessly. This behavior, called allogrooming, gets reserved almost exclusively for animals inside a very tight circle. Littermates, a bonded companion, sometimes one specific human a cat has decided is theirs. So when your cat licks you, they're not performing some generic gesture that means I like you. They're running a kind of membership check, and you already passed it. You've been classified as family, using the only system your cat has for measuring something like that. Sit with that for a second. Every time your cat licks your hand while you're half asleep on the couch, or works on your knuckles while you're trying to type, that's not random. That's deliberate. That's a cat spending a limited resource on you specifically. But here's where it gets interesting. In this exact membership ritual, the ending almost always involves teeth. Not occasionally. Almost always. We're going to get to exactly why near the end of this video, and once you hear it, you'll never see that bite the same way again. 2. Their skin has a limit, and it's lower than yours. Ever notice how the licking starts out slow and rhythmic, almost hypnotic, and then suddenly your cat seems to snap? It feels random in the moment. It's not your cat's skin, especially along the spine, the hips, and the base of the tail, is packed with nerve clusters far more reactive than anything on human skin. Repeated stimulation in that zone, even stimulation your cat started themselves through their own licking motion, builds up a kind of sensory charge with every pass. Picture static electricity collecting on a balloon. Nothing happens for a while. Then, one more touch and it discharges all at once. The bite is that discharge. Here's the part that actually helps you. Your cat almost never does this without some kind of warning first. Right before the bite, watch for a tail that goes still and then gives one slow flick. Watch for ears that rotate slightly sideways instead of staying forward. Watch for a small full-body twitch, almost like a shiver that starts at the shoulders and rolls backward. These signals show up seconds before the teeth come out, not after. Learn to catch them, and you get to pull your hand back on your own terms, calmly, instead of getting surprised on theirs. 3. They learned this from the very first creature who ever touched them. To understand why a bite would ever be wrapped inside something loving, you have to go all the way back to the first few days of your cat's life. Long before they ever met you, a mother cat's tongue does double duty. It cleans her kittens, and it physically stimulates their breathing and circulation, something newborn kittens can't fully manage on their own yet. But her mouth does something else too. Gentle, repeated nips, used to reposition a kitten, pull it back toward her, or correct it the moment it wanders somewhere it shouldn't. To a newborn kitten, those two sensations, tongue and teeth, arrive from the exact same source, often within the same minute, sometimes the same few seconds. There's no good sensation and bad sensation being sorted in their nervous system yet. There's just one continuous experience, and that experience is, this is what being cared for feels like. Your adult cat carries that blueprint forward without ever consciously choosing to. When they lick you and then nip you, some part of their brain, the oldest part, the part that existed before they ever opened their eyes, is replaying the very first love they ever received, exactly as it was given to them. 4. Sometimes it's not a message at all. Sometimes it's just play. Not every lick-then-bite combo is loaded with deep meaning. Sometimes your cat genuinely just wants to keep their mouth busy, and your hand happened to be the closest thing available. Kittens raised alongside siblings get thousands of repetitions, teaching them exactly how hard is too hard. One kitten bites down a little too firm, the other one yelps and bolts. The game ends immediately, and the lesson sinks in fast. Soft bites keep the fun going. Hard bites ended on the spot, but a cat who was bottle-fed, raised alone, you're separated from their litter too early, often misses this lesson completely. They reach adulthood without ever having that feedback loop installed properly. The good news is you can usually tell the difference without much guesswork. Playful bites tend to be quick and light, paired with a body that stays loose and relaxed. Soft eyes, ears still pointed forward, zero hissing, zero tension anywhere. If you're seeing that combination, your cat isn't warning you about anything. They just need a toy in their life instead of your fingers, exude absorbing all that extra energy. And if this is the first time anyone has actually broken this down for you in a way that makes sense, this is usually the point where hitting like and subscribing helps, because there's a lot more of your cat's behavior we can decode together, one video at a time. 5. The bite was never an accident, it's punctuation. So let's circle all the way back to where we started. The lick, then the bite, the moment that made you flinch at the beginning of this video. Here's the piece that ties every single thing together. Among cats, a mutual grooming session almost always ends with a small, deliberate bite. That's not a glitch in the system. It's not the ritual breaking down. It is the ritual completing itself exactly the way it's supposed to. That closing bite functions like a full stop at the end of a sentence. A clear, intentional signal that means exactly one thing. This moment is complete. Not anger, not a warning shot, not a mood swing. Closure delivered in the only language your cat actually speaks fluently. So here's what really happened the last time. Your cat licked you and finished with a bite. You were pulled into a ritual your cat reserves for trusted family. You were marked deliberately as theirs. You were given a piece of behavior passed down directly from the first hours of their life, completely unedited. And then, in the only vocabulary available to them, you were told clearly that the moment had reached its natural end. That's not confusion on your cat's part. That's a complete, fluent sentence spoken perfectly in a language almost nobody ever taught us how to read. And here's the quiet truth sitting underneath all of this. The cats people describe as unpredictable biters, the ones owners call moody or difficult, are very often just the cats whose punctuation marks have been ignored the longest. Not because they're broken, because nobody was listening. Once you start listening, actually listening, that bite stops feeling like a contradiction and starts feeling like exactly what it always was, the other half of the kiss. Thanks for watching, and stay connected for more videos.